All right, at one point you died and you came across your own weapon. You said, Liberator, I already have that. It's because every time you die, you actually drop your items. So you will drop all of your samples. What's going on, fellow gamers? ChaosEclipse here. We are back on Helldivers 2 today. And this video is actually going to be just covering the basics and everything. I kind of got the idea because I wanted to answer Asmongold. A lot of his chat was trying to tell him what to do and everything. And he, like myself, does not like backseat gaming and stuff like that. I mean, maybe he was baiting for him, whatever. Not important. But I wanted to at least give him some advice. Not suggestions to the game, but answers to his questions that he was asking, because the chat was very vague and everything. But this video is also basically going to turn into helping everyone who is like him, who just has questions to basic stuff in the game. You're new to the game, maybe you just got it, whatever. So the video is going to be really cut up. It's going to jump around a lot and everything. I literally watched his video called So I Tried Helldivers 2 Solo. Is about a 2-hour long stream. I didn't see the stream. I seen it when he posted it on YouTube, and I wrote down all of his questions. So it's gonna bounce around a lot. I'll answer as many as I can in here first, and then we'll go down to the planet. We'll take a look at a few things there. Once again, this is just gonna be answering his questions. I'm not gonna give him suggestions on how to play the game. If you guys do have any suggestions, or not suggestions, but if you guys have any additional questions or anything like that, then go ahead and put it down in the comment section and I will answer accordingly. Or maybe I'll even do another video trying to explain it better, because obviously some people learn visually, not just being told what to do. So let's get started. Okay, so when he was going through the tutorial, he asked how the game made him a girl. It's honestly very random. You either spawn in as a female character or a male character, because it's already set to random when you spawn in, and that's that. Next question was, do your levels mean anything? The answer is yes. As you can see, I'm only level 14. I work a lot, so I don't always have time to play, but I will show you over here. You can see when you're looking at your stratagems, down in the bottom there, bottom center-ish on the right side, you can see that these are available at level 20. So you do have to level up 2 different levels to be able to unlock stuff. That one unlocks to 15. I don't think there's anything currently past 20. They, I believe, are planning on changing that, because if you played the old game, it definitely goes a lot higher than that. All right, when he was on this screen, he was asking if this is a battle pass. It is. So I believe that this top one where it says Helldivers Mobilized, I believe this one's just going to be a normal battle pass that you can always have open. You just go through here and you start claiming stuff using the medals that you get from the game. This one down here is going to be their paid version, I believe. It is free for this first time, but they did say that this is the only free one that they're giving, for as far as I know. But obviously there is kind of better stuff in here. You can also use these premium credits, these here. You can use these to unlock it as well. Alright, towards the end of his video, like I said, we're going to be jumping around a lot. He asked a major question. What's the point of the game? Like, how do you do upgrades? Is there upgrades, things like that? So you can't specifically level your weapons. You can't specifically level your character or your guns. What you can do, though, is eventually you will unlock new weapons. As you can see, I only have 6 of 29. They do have different stats, but individually, I won't be able to raise the damage on this. Like, it is always going to be at 55. But if you look over here, you eventually get a Liberator Explosive, which is 55 as well, but it also does explosive damage. So it'll have a splash around it to be able to do more damage to other things around it. So there's things like that, but you can't level them individually. You just get better weapons. Along with that, he also asked if there was like any type of like legendary loot or anything like that. My answer to that is going to be kind of vague. I'm going to say not yet. There's not really legendary items in the game. I don't think that they will put legendary items in the game, but if you played the first one, what they ended up doing is when you were picking the missions, so like down in here, you'll see like the different things with the missions.
Perhaps
so if
those
we click
mindless
on
machines
one of these,
will think twice before attempting any
you can see down at the bottom,
incursions.
the very bottom in the center where it says samples and has that little green icon. What they ended up doing is per mission, depending on how many people did it, how you completed it, things like that, they would actually give certain stratagems or certain weapons that were only acquirable through that mission. They're not
The
too
enemy
rare.
is
You
attempting
can
to
find
seize one of
extremely
our
rare
planets.
ones to where,
We must
you know,
join the
that
defense.
weapon or whatever may not appear in a mission for a long time, so it'll be gone for like a month, and whoever has it just has it. It'll stay unlocked for them, whatever. But I think that's going to be later game development, because like I said, it was in the first one, but it's not even in this one yet at all. And real quick, it is the same with the armor. So instead of actually having upgrades, like you can't upgrade your specific armor, you'll just get different things that your armor can do. So as you can see, both of these right here provide higher armor rating down on the bottom right where it says armor passive. But you can look at something like this where it says 50% chance to not die when taking lethal damage. It also prevents all damage from bleeding if chest hemorrhages. So things like that. But you can't, once again, you cannot upgrade your individual armor. That's just, these are all passive things that you'll have to get specific armor in order to do different things with it. Eventually, I do think that they're going to put some stuff on some of the helmets. Right now, I don't think they have any at all. But I think that they will eventually put stuff on the helmets as well. One of his questions towards the end as well was also, do you grind for loot? That's also going to be very vague. The answer is yes and no. So someone in your chat said that you grind for the different currencies. If you look up in the top right, there's your currencies. You're right, it does not tell you what those currencies are. We'll go from left to right. So the top little yellow R where I have 13,684, that is requisition slips. Those are basically your XP. That is how you can unlock your stratagems here. So if you look at your stratagems, you can see that they do cost the R down on the bottom right. It says price. So this one here, if I want that, it's 3,000. The next one under that is your super credits, which there's 415 that I currently have. If you hit square and you look at the battle pass, once again, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually on PS5, so I'm not sure what it would be on PC. I know he was on PC, so I just wanted to point that out real quick. If I hit R1, it goes to the Superstore. You can buy these different things, which rotate daily, and they do have different stats on them. In order to see those stats, if you look on the very right where it says inspect hold, so for me it's going to be R2. I can hold R2 and it tells me right there this is an engineering kit. Further reduces recoil when crouching or prone by 30%, increases additional inventory and holding capacity of grenades by 2. So you can take a look at these different ones. They do cost the super credits, but be careful with that, because if you're spending too much on the super credits, you don't plan on spending money on the game, you'll probably want to save your super credits for the next season's battle pass, because I think that you can unlock that with super credits. The next symbol, the little badge looking thing with a skull where I have 25, those are your medals. Medals can be used here in the battle pass. So if you open up your battle pass, you can see here like this armor set right here is 25. So, or I'm sorry, it's 15. I have 25, so if I wanted to, I could buy it. And then you also spend even more within the paid version. All right, the next one that we have, the little green icon there where I have 61, well, actually the green one, the orange one, and the pink one, those are all samples. So your green one is your common samples, your orange one is your rare samples. I don't know what the pink one's called yet, but I'm assuming it's probably like epic samples or something like that. But they're all samples. With the samples, you can come over here and you can actually purchase your ship modules using these. So like if I wanted this streamline request, you can see the price down there at the bottom. I need 80 of the common and 40 of the rare. It is not either or, like I can't do it with 80 or I can't do it with just 40. I have to have 80 and 40. And then if you're curious of what that does, you'll just have to read right above that price where it says upgrade effect, decreases support weapon stratagem cooldown by 10%. And if you look on the right side, it does tell you all of the stratagems that are affected by it. Now I will say be careful with some of these, because like this one right here, it says support weapons deploy with maximum number of carryable magazines. And as you can see, the machine gun is in there. I use the machine gun and I still only deploy with 2 magazines every single time. So I don't know if this one's broken or if maybe I'm misunderstanding that one, but that's the only one that I've had an issue with. And then also I want to point out these ship modules are only active if you're deploying from your ship. So the better someone's ship is, the better stuff you're going to have when you're hitting the ground. If they don't have anything unlocked, you're basically going to be playing like a new character. I mean, you'll still have your upgrades, like if you have upgraded guns, things like that, but you won't have something like this that reduces the damage fall off from the center of explosions caused by orbital stratagems. So if you have that unlocked on yours, it'll work if you're launching from your ship. It won't work if you're launching from someone else's ship. Just real quick as well, when you're looking at your stratagem, so anything, this also goes the same for the ship modules. So anything with the green checks, there on the left side where I'm highlighting, anything with green checks are things that you already unlocked. You already purchased those, so you do have access to them. The yellow checks, or the yellow unlock box, means that you are high enough level and you can purchase them because you have enough of the requisition slips. The red one here, the red lock, means that you don't meet the requirements. So as you can see, for both of these, I need to be level 20. And then there's also ones like, I don't think I have any in here. I don't. So if we look at the ship modules, there's ones like this where it is unlockable, but it doesn't have the yellow lock because I don't have the currency for it. I don't have the 80 rare. I'm sorry, I don't have the 80 common samples, and I don't have the 40 rare samples. So it is unlockable, but I can't currently unlock it. He asked a question: how do you change the difficulty? So you do have to come to this war table, which your chat told you about.
The freedom
go ahead and click on it. You can see down there in the bottom center, for me it's L1 and R1 to switch between them. Trivial's level 1, you have easy level 2, medium level 3. Every one of these that you're doing, so when you started on trivial, once you completed a mission, it automatically unlocked easy. And it has to be the whole mission. I'll explain the whole mission here in a second, but it just goes on like that. So once I do a whole mission on easy, it'll unlock medium. Whole mission on medium, it'll unlock challenging. So right now you can see that I don't have extreme unlocked, but I do have hard unlocked. So for me to be able to unlock extreme, I have to complete a whole mission on hard in order to unlock the extreme. So what I mean by a whole mission is if we click on hard here and we look at one of these missions, you can see here inside of this, there's 3 different objectives. This is a whole operation here. This is what I mean by the whole mission. So if I go in here, you can see up in the top right, it says that this mission right here would take 15 minutes. So if I do that one, I do 15 minutes. When I come back out, I still need to do this one, and I still need to do this one. I have to complete all 3 of these. I have to complete this operation in order to unlock the extreme difficulty there. That can get kind of rough, because sometimes when you come out, the objective is gone and it's just not there anymore, which is one of the reasons why it is better to play with more people. I do play a lot of the games solo, so that's why I don't have the extreme unlocked yet, because it's very time consuming trying to run and do all these. There is actually one more thing here on the ship. It is actually after you pick your mission, when you go into it, you can pick where you're going to land. We're just going to land right over here. I just picked a random spot. When you're picking your stratagems, you asked if you can take 4 turrets. You can, but they have to be different turrets. So if I wanted to, I could take this Gatling sentry, I could take the mortar sentry, I could take the autocannon sentry, and the machine gun sentry. Someone said they run out of bullets. They are correct. They do run out of bullets, but on top of that, you can redeploy them as long as once the cooldown is over. So if you're taking a look at this one here, the one I just picked, this Gatling sentry, you can see there in the center where it says stats, it says call in time 0 seconds. That means as soon as I throw it, it's going to come down right away. Uses on it, it's unlimited, so I can call this thing down as many times as I want, but there is a global cooldown on it. That cooldown time is 180 seconds, which is that last little spot there. All of the defensive ones are green. I will say the offensive ones, the ones that are red up here, those are shared cooldowns between players. So if I am playing with you, or you're playing with me, or you're playing with someone else, and everybody's taking in the orbital Gatling barrage, like right here, as soon as I throw mine out, that 80-second cooldown timer goes for everyone in the party. It automatically ticks. They can't call in the same one, so you can't call those in back to back. However, I've noticed that it does not do that with the supply things, and it does not do it with the defensive ones. Alright, so now that we are down on the planet, one of the questions that he asked was, can I jump? Yes and no. Eventually, you will get what's called a jump pack. I think some people in your chat told you it's called a jetpack. It is called a jump pack. I think you may have even seen one in your gameplay. I honestly don't remember. But if you get it, it has like an overheat thing. You can just kind of use it to kind of propel yourself forward a bit and jump in the air. It does let you get up onto like higher ledges, like little mountains and things like that. So it does help out. But jumping without that is impossible. The only thing that you can do is you can dive, like so. If it'll let me dive while you're not diving, there he goes. So double tap circle for anyone on console, and the other thing you can do is you can slide by tapping circle once. All right, and then once again, this is also covering your question as to what do you do in the game. Like you completed one of the objectives and you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? Obviously you went to extract, which is perfectly fine. I just want to point this out real quick on the map here. So this is an objective and this is an objective. You also have these little red things all over the map, these little red things, which obviously there's red here too. So you can do that as well. But you do have the ones here that aren't really marked that are red. These are also side objectives. So you can actually go to those and you can, most of the time it's just closing up bug holes. I don't think I've seen anything else. That just means there's a little infestation there. So you can go around and you can find some of the bug holes, throw the grenades and close those up, and the red will go away. And then also at the very top of the screen, you can see the little question mark where it's right there at like my 208. That is a question mark. That's how, when you were looking on your mini map before, you seen like the little diamond thing. That's basically what that is. It's just, there can be a whole bunch of different little side missions that you can do. Not necessarily side missions, but side points of interest that you can go and explore, and they will have different things. They will do different things. I mean, there's just different stuff in general that you can take a look at. So this here is one of the points of interest. This is where the question mark was. Actually, this is not where the question mark was, but I believe there was something here. Yeah, so there was a question mark here. You can see the little white thing on the map there, which I can't really zoom in. But you can see the little white thing on the map there. It's just one of these. It just has to do with the lore. You don't have to do anything with it. Here's another thing. I think you've seen one of these. They told you to shoot the bomb. This is basically a mini nuke, so if I shoot that, it will go off after a couple seconds. Another thing that you mentioned when you were doing the tutorial, you needed to know if the stratagems, if you stand under it, if they will kill you. Everyone's pointing out that there were signs in there. Yes, there were signs, but I don't read the signs myself. Sometimes the game is incorrect, or it's just, you know, being sarcastic or something like that. This one is more, I said I wouldn't give tips or anything or advice, but I think you're going to want to know about this one before you get into multiplayer, although I think you probably already did some multiplayer. Your friends can kill you with those, so if they throw it on top of you and you're not out of the way, there's nothing but friendly fire and you can't turn it off. Alright, and then you also asked how many respawns you have. If you look at your stratagems up in the top left, you can see there it says 5, so I can respawn 5 times. Ironically enough, I did just find a jump pack. As you can see, this is a pack that I normally use, a supply pack. This is a jump pack. So this one is actually out. I literally just used the last bit, but there's also one here. So as you can see, using it, you can just kind of propel yourself forward or whatever. I don't know how the cooldown works. It looks like it might just be on cooldown or something. While you were playing through your game, there was a kind of a voice that went off and it said, hey, there's only 20 minutes left. You said, is that bad? Not necessarily. It's just letting you know how much time you have in the game. If you look up in the top right, there is a timer on how long you can spend on each map. After that timer goes away, you can still stay on that map, but that means that your destroyer ship, the one that's up there, that's how you call your stratagems in. Once that ship leaves, you cannot call in any more stratagems. So if anyone goes down after that, you can't revive them. If you need to call in some type of nuke or something, it won't let you do that either. So just keep that in mind. At one point in your gameplay, you asked what the SOS beacon was. This is basically to call in multiplayer. I hope no one joins me, just because I do have crossplay and everything turned off, and I'm just trying to do this video. But that's all this is. It's just calling in reinforcements. So basically opens up your game so that you can let any random people that are looking to help people join your game. Alright, so I did have someone end up joining me. I don't know if he can hear me. I don't really care. I'm still going to go over what I was talking about. So there was one point where you came across some loot and you were wondering why you couldn't loot it. The item that you came across was actually grenades, and your grenades were full. So that's why you couldn't loot the grenades. If you have full item, it won't let you actually pick up the rest. All right, at one point you died and you came across your own weapon. You said, Liberator, I already have that. It's because every time you die, you actually drop your items. So you will drop all of your samples. What I was saying though is when you die, you drop all your weapons. As you just seen, I had to re-pick up my samples. I could re-pick up my all my weapons, different type of weapons that I had, everything. So when you came across the Liberator that you already had, that's because you had just died, or you recently died, or maybe someone else died. But what it did is it basically dropped your weapons and everything, and it was just letting you know that you can pick them back up. So just now when I died, I can pick up this Liberator, or I can pick up this Liberator. One of these is probably from the guy that I kicked, because I think they drop them too. Also, when you called in a stratagem, like so.
Calling down a support weapon.
Dude, I don't know how to salute. When you called in a stratagem like so, they came through. I think it was a resupply one that you did, but they came through and they destroyed it. You asked if they can destroy your stratagem. The answer is yes. They won't attack your stratagem. Like this one, they won't attack it unless it's one that's attacking them. But they can destroy it if they accidentally hit it, like if they're trying to hit you or whatever. Which I think is what happened, because the one that you deployed was a resupply and they actually attacked. They were trying to attack you, but they hit it while they're trying to attack you and it blew up. So that's why it got destroyed. Someone said armor and you said what about it? So these ones here, see how they're darker in the front? They have armor on them. When you shoot them with weaker weapons, the bullets will just, oh god, the bullets will just bounce off of them. I'm so bad. The bullets will bounce off of them when they have the armor on. When that happens, use some of your stronger weapons, like the machine gun will actually shoot through the armor. There are armor-piercing guns that you can use. I know the machine gun is one of them. The quote-unquote upgraded gun that people were telling you that you got when you looted before, it was a Star Walt. It's basically a machine gun as well, but it does not penetrate it doesn't penetrate armor. And if you look on the map, you can actually see where you dropped items. So it's kind of under them, and I can't really zoom in, but you can see the items on the map right here somewhere. So I should have items right here. There we go. So here's my supply pack. Here is my Liberator, which doesn't matter. There's that, and someone called this thing on me because they're not the smartest. And it looks like someone already might have picked up the samples, but I did drop my samples as well. Alright, and I think that covers everything. So, Asmon, I just want to say, man, I love your videos. I rarely comment on your videos or on your lives. Well, your lives I don't normally catch because I think you do those on Twitch. But I love your videos, man. Keep up the great work, and establish justice. To anyone else who's watching the video after the fact, thank you for joining me today. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I will probably go ahead and show the rest of this clip. You can stay if you want, but I'm probably not going to do any more dialogue. But thanks for joining me as well. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Tagging map, northwest. Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Sample collected.
might have actually killed him. My bad, dude. I am sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear me. Probably not, but if that was me, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Democracy has landed.
Go
Support
over there.
weapon. Last reload. Dropping a pin, northeast. Say hello to democracy. Last reload.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Tax out. Requesting tac. Bug tunnel breach. Backpack's empty. Requesting sentry. Got a sample. Requesting sentry.
Alright, they're going to be doing the bug breach. I'm actually going to run over here and I'm going to do the last bug hole. Up, down, left, right, up.
Reinforcing. How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Have to do another reinforce. They should both get. Okay, yeah, they both got it off that one. I should have threw a sentry over there for them
Bug
too.
outpost. Calling down a sentry. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Hold on, guy. Hold on.
Mag's empty. Have a taste of democracy. Reinforcing.
Half reinforcement budget
Okay, you got it.
remaining. Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Ah! Fire in the hole. Mag's empty. Backpack inbound. Calling in reinforcements. Calling in reinforcements. Ready to liberate. Calling down a sentry. Calling in extraction.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Support weapon. This is for you.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Requesting orbital strike. Orbital inbound.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Victory was never in doubt.
Alright guys, and there you have it. If you guys got anything out of this video, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.